Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches, and for this video I am going to talk about, review if you will, Premier Fable. This is the, what colorway is this? This is 80% polyester, 20% acrylic anti-pilling, and the colorway is Rumpelstiltskin. I had got 3 skeins of this, and I'm sorry to say I can't remember who mailed it to me. But someone did. Someone mailed these to me, and I decided to make a baby sweater with them. A few videos back, I'd asked you guys to choose a yarn, and the first time you guys chose me to interview, or asked me to review the Premier Luna, which was that fun color multi-ball. So this video, I'm going to talk about this yarn. Okay, just one moment. Okay, so what I decided to do with this yarn, because this is a thinner yarn, a 3, I actually took the 2 skeins and I used my yarn winder, which you can't see, it's right here, and I held it double and made a 2-stranded ball. Now, I will tell you what I was really impressed about is I just center pulled the 2 out, and it pretty much came out to be almost perfectly the same color. This is a color changing yarn. I don't know if it would stripe, but it stayed together the whole time where it changed to the same colors, pretty much in the same place. There was a couple of spots, and I'll show you in the sweater, where, and I'll show you right here, where one yarn started to change and the other one was still the other color, like right here. So here you have a little bit of burgundy and kind of mustard color mixed together because the 2 strands. But then within, like, let's say this, let's count this out. Within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches, they both were the mustard color. So it doesn't look too bad. And like, luckily for me, this is the inside of the underside of the sleeve. I decided to make a little baby sweater with this yarn. I haven't done any buttons, but I did sew in my ends. And this is how it turned out. I think it's so cute. This could be a gender neutral. I personally would lean more towards a boy. Double stranded of this Premier Fable yarn, and it is so incredibly soft. Now, I haven't washed it, and so I don't know. Like I said, when I talked about this before, I've never really had a problem with yarn pilling. So maybe it's just because I've only been crocheting for a few years. Maybe that stuff starts to kick in after 5 years. I don't know. So what I'd like to say about this yarn, very easy to work with. It does have a little bit of fuzz to it, but it certainly didn't get all over my clothes. It didn't get up in my face. You know, sometimes you get little puffs in your face and you're breathing them in. I didn't have any problem with it. It did not shed a lot. It also did not have a plasticky feel. Sometimes polyester acrylic yarns have like this weird plastic feel to them, which you don't really notice unless you use a lot of like superwash merino wool and then go to an acrylic. But this, I never had that feeling like it felt like plastic to me. It also did not squeak on my hook. There was no splitting. I was able to crochet even with using 2 strands, and I never had any problems with the yarn splitting. And also, there was not a single knot in 2 skeins. I have 1 skein left, and for this skein I was going to crochet a baby hat with it just to see. It is a really thin, I want to say it is like mandala. So like I said, when I wanted to make the sweater with it, because this sweater pattern calls for worsted, I held it 2-stranded. The color changes are not, they're not fading into one another. It's an abrupt change. It goes from, but I will say it doesn't necessarily go from like the light color to dark color. It does go from like this whitey color to the tan color to the more orange color and then to the burgundy. So it gradually changes. You're not going to have like one of those sections where it's tan to burgundy. But there is a section where the burgundy then changes to the white. You kind of see that, and you can see that. So it is kind of an abrupt change. I did not color control. I just let this semi-striping yarn flow. And I think it does look pretty good. I think it definitely looks like a cute little sweater. Overall, I really liked the yarn. I definitely would use it again. I'm interested to see in how many other colors they have. Unfortunately, I can't even tell you how much it is, but it is a Premier yarn. I probably should have looked that up. Maybe I'll do that real quick. Just a sec here. Okay, so we did a little bit of looking it up, and Premier Fable yarns can be purchased at Joann's. I don't know about AC Moore. I know not Hobby Lobby, and I don't go to Michael's frequently. And then we did see around $4.99 for the cost of this skein. And there's 250 yards per skein. So I would say this was 2 skeins. I have a little bit left, so about $8. I think I can get a hat out of that. But all in all, I really did like this yarn. I definitely would purchase it again, make a few baby sweaters. I really like the super soft. And when you live in Wisconsin, you need to have little baby sweaters on your Wisconsin winter babies. But yeah, that's all I have about the Premier yarn. I also wanted to say it was Valerie Ackerman, I think, from my YouTube group, or my Facebook group, that showed that Lion Brand had the measuring in there. But guess what I found, Valerie? Right here, there's one inside of the Premier label. But this is just inches, I think. But I just thought I never noticed it before, and now I'm seeing it everywhere. All right, so this is a nice, quick little 6-minute video here about the Premier yarn. Maybe this will be my thumbnail. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed using it. I liked it. There was nothing offensive about it. It didn't bother me. Probably if I weren't working a full-time job, I could have made this sweater in a day. In the description box below, I'll put a link to a few places where you could buy this. Also, I'll put a link to my go-to baby sweater. It's all double crochets. And yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I'm going to talk about in this video. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching and sharing my videos. And until then, happy crafting. Bye.